Oh my god. All right, I guess we gotta bring it closer so I can see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go. All right, look at me talking to myself. What's up, golf noobs? Welcome to our live broadcast, our first ever edition of Ask Golf Noob, where you guys can ask me anything. What's up, Dylan Times Blake? Welcome to the show. How you doing, buddy? Since you're the first one to join us, tell us about your last round. How did it go? Did you play well? Been stuck at work? Are you playing some golf? How did it go? "42 holes in a day? Bro, come on. Get out of here. That's insane. Oh my God. 40. Dude, you got my record beat. My record's 36. 42 is nuts. Wow. So, like, was there an emergency 9 involved? Did you lose a bet? I mean, what happened? How did you wind up playing 42 holes of golf? An 80 on the first 18. Oh my God. Here's another thing I've never done before. Rub it in, why don't you? Rub it in. Jeez. Well, good for you, man. That's awesome. That is super cool. Then at 74 on the second 18. Why are you even on this channel? You're way better than the rest of us on this channel, generally speaking. I just like golf. Yeah, I love it. Right on, bro. Right on. Well, good for you, man. That sounds like a fun day. Yeah, I played today myself. Not 42. We stopped after 18, but shot a 95 at a really tough course here in the Tampa area. So it's a good day. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Good stuff. So look at me being all on time. Said it was going to be a 7 o'clock live broadcast. It's about 4 minutes after. We're going to give it a few minutes. Hopefully some other folks will join us. One of my subscribers and my good buddies, Lou Metcalf, he's like, bro, 7 o'clock on Saturday night, everybody's going to be busy. Wow. If somebody called my golf swing poetic, I would just go to the bar and quit. I would just go to the bar and quit. That's it. I'll see y'all at the 19th hole. Man, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. All right, so you got any questions for me, Dylan Times Blake? Since you're the only one here right now, you get the first question. Yeah, I think my buddy Lou was right. We shouldn't be doing this on a Friday night. Everybody's out at the movies or out on date night. Other assorted fun adult activities. How long have I been playing golf? Man, that's a great question. So I've been playing golf for about 25 years. But the first probably 5 or 6 years of that, actually first 10 years of that, was playing maybe 5 or 6 times a year with my dad. I'd probably go out 5 or 6 times a year with him. We'd walk the course, we'd whack the ball, and it wouldn't go well, and that'd be it. But it was good quality time to spend with my dad. So great memories there, and that's why I started playing golf. As my dad gave up flying for something slightly less expensive. So he took up golf as a hobby. We got into it together, and we just didn't play that frequently when we first got started. And then in 2005, when I was, I guess I would have been about 4 years into my career at my day job, I decided I should take up a hobby. So I was a semi-pro paintball player in my youth. So I was like, do I get back into paintball? Or do maybe I get into golf? I thought, man, my body's taking a beating at my day job 5 days a week. Let me get into golf, and maybe if I start now, I'll be decent by the time I'm 65. Well, 15, 17 years later, test determined I better hurry because at this rate, I'm still not going to be good by the time I'm 65. But yeah, about 25 years. Since 2005, though, I've been trying to play once a week, every week. Rain, shine, or hell on earth. So that's where I'm at. So since 2005, that's when I feel like I really started playing golf, because started playing once a week, or if I didn't play in a week, I might go to the driving range or hit the executive course or something like that. But yeah, that's oh yeah, you're a former paintball player. All right, that's awesome, bro. Very nice. Yeah, yeah, I got started in paintball at a young age. Worked in the industry for a bit, played a little tournament ball, then started my own team. Went semi-pro, and once we went semi-pro, it just ruined it for me. So that lasted all of about 6 months. Then I handed the team over to our number 2 guy, and I just went back to playing for fun. And then when I started my new career, I couldn't afford golf, paintball, or a cheeseburger. So I was pretty much out at that point. Recently, though, I've gotten back into it a little bit. It's nice to see the skills are still there. Went out and played a couple months ago and wiped the floor with my opponents. So that was pretty fun. Oh man, so how have I seen equipment evolve over the years, and how would I explain the boom in technology? Yeah, that's a great question, Dylan Times Blake. That's a great one. So when I first took up golf 25 years ago, all the golf clubs looked the same. They were all the same color. They were all some variants of silver, wood, and black. There were no color scheme, no reds, greens, whites, reds, blues, all the fancy paint schemes you have today. Most of the clubs were made out of stainless steel back in the day. The shafts, the heads, they weighed a lot more. Graphite shafts were not a thing. And nowadays you have titanium faces, you have shafts that are made out of graphite, weigh 55 grams or less in some cases, in a driver, which is absolutely just insane. I mean, that's a lot. So yeah, clubs have come a long way for sure. Lamfari, welcome back. Hey, good to have you. What time is it over there across the pond? 60 degree or 3 wood. Both clubs have the same impact to my game, so I really don't know what to do. Any tips on how to go about that? Okay, so that's an amazing question. Lamfari just threw me under the bus. That is impressive. That's Lamfari. Dang, that's good. So I have some good thoughts. 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, Lamfire. Well, thank you for staying up late with us. Cheers, mate. Have a pint on Golf Noob, would you? So that's a great question. One I've struggled with myself. I'm going to go with 60 degree wedge. If you only have room in your bag for a certain number of clubs and you're talking about a 60 degree wedge or a 3 wood, most amateur players, especially the higher handicaps and the beginners, don't hit a 3 wood as well as they think they do, because it only has about 15 degrees aloft. A 60 degree wedge, that's a scoring wedge. That's very important. Very, very important, guys. Your scoring wedges, those are where you're going to shave strokes off your card. How much is a 3 wood going to help you off your card? I mean, as long as you have some fairway wood in the bag, or maybe a long hybrid, say a 3 or 4 hybrid, the 3 wood's really kind of overrated. Matter of fact, peek at my bag here, you'll notice I don't even have a 3 wood. So I go driver and then straight into my 5 wood. Okay, so that's what I'm rocking there. But you'll notice right here in my scoring wedges, I've got a 52, a 56, and a 60. Okay, so guys, your scoring wedges, that's how you shave strokes, is around the greens, in and tight. So yeah, I mean, for me, I guess it's a little different for every player. But if I'm running out of spots in my bag and I got to choose between a 3 wood or a 60 degree wedge, me personally, I'm going 60 degree wedge. I need all the help I can get around the greens. Anytime I have an advantage or an option to take a full swing shot in and around the greens to score, I feel like that's a win. And the 60 gives me that. If I'm 75 yards away, grab that 60, full swing wedge. Don't have to try and manufacture a shot. Just take a full swing with the 60. And as long as I don't hit it in the teeth, it's going to be there and be right on the money all the way. But boy, that's a great question. Great question. A lot of golfers out there have to face, because you're only allowed 14 clubs in the bag. So you got to pick and choose wisely, as they say. So great question, Lamfari. And thanks again for sticking up late with us. Hope you got a nice pint of Guinness. At one point we were up to 4 viewers. Now we're back down to 3. So those of you who are with us, feel free to fire away questions. Welcome to our first ever episode of Ask Golf Noob, where you can ask Golf Noob anything as long as you keep it, PG-13-ish. All right, golf related, not golf related. What do you want to know about me? What do you want to know about golf? Anything like that? Dylan times Blake, I would also go 60-degree wedge. The use of another wedge is highly greater than the use of a 3-wood. See, there you have it, Lamfari. So for most of us, the masses are going to say go ahead and keep that 60 in the bag. That's probably going to be a little more versatile for you and shave a few strokes off your card versus that 3-wood, especially if you have something that can replace a 3-wood, such as a 5-wood, or maybe you have a long hybrid in the bag. Those clubs, in a lot of cases, will get almost as far, if not as far, as a 3-wood. So yeah, that's Dylan times Blake. Thanks for chiming in there. Yeah, I really think that 60-degree wedge is the way to go. All right, so 7:15. Hopefully we'll get a few more viewers here. We're down to 2. You got it, Lamfari. That's what we're here for. You're very welcome. 1 o'clock in the morning over there. Goodness. Lamfari, remind me again, where are you from exactly across the pond? Trying to remember. I know it's in the UK somewhere, but I can't remember exactly where. Meanwhile, Dylan times Blake. So I'm looking for a new driver, but I'm a broke college student, so my budget's only about $200. Any suggestions? Note that I need a stiff shaft, and I like to hit it about 300. Must be nice. Lamfari, do you follow the live tourney in Adelaide? Watched yesterday and it was amazing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, not a huge live guy over here on the other side of the pond. It's limited in the coverage. It's delayed, and it's a bit of in the Principality of Liechtenstein. No way. That is super cool. That is super cool. I would love to tell people, where are you from? I'm from Liechtenstein. That's awesome. Meanwhile, getting back to Dylan times Blake. So if you're a broke college student and you're looking for a driver and you can save some money, I was over at one of my retail partners earlier today, T&D Golf here in the Tampa Bay area. They had a brand new Tour Edge Exotics. I think it's the E722 Diamond Face driver with the Ventus stiff flex shaft in it. And it was brand new for $299.99. So it's about $100 over your budget, which sucks. But it's a high quality head, it's a high quality company, and it's a high quality shaft. Some of the other YouTubers that I follow have reviewed the club with great success. My buddy Gabe Lucy over at Let's Play Through Golf has reviewed that club. And if I remember right, it made it into his top 2 or 3 for driver of the year last year. So guys, that's hard to beat. Save that extra $100. Maybe look at getting that Tour Edge Exotics. It's got a vintage shaft in it is the stock shaft, and it's great even in a stiff flex. So that'd be the way to go. Otherwise, I'd look at maybe a Ping G30 or a Ping G425 or a Ping G410. Any of those in a stiff flex are going to be rocket launchers, plenty forgiving, and give you that distance of close to 300 yards you're looking for with your badass swing speed. So those would be my recommendations there. Lamfari, we don't even have a golf course in our country. I have to go to Switzerland to golf. You have to leave the country to play golf. Oh my God. If I had to leave the country to play golf, I would pack my bags and I would move. Not happening. I'm blessed to live in the golfing capital of the world here in Sunshine State of Florida in the United States of America. Oh my God, if I had to go out of the country to play golf, I'd be in trouble. Ugh, that's terrifying. Wow. So for the rest of us mere mortals, golf noob type people, my buddy Gabe Lucy, who's a mere mortal, me, who's just your average weekend hack, we think we have it tough. At least we don't have to leave the country to go play golf. So that's a win. That is absolutely brutal. So Lamfari, I'm curious, how often do you get to play golf, considering you have to leave the country to do it? That's a great question that I'll ask you because that's fascinating stuff. So yeah, rolling up on the 15-minute mark. So while we wait for some more guests to arrive and some more questions to be answered, want to let you guys know what's coming on the channel. Still have a collab in the works with a very inspirational athlete who we're going to have featured on the channel. Hoping to get that up in May, probably toward the end of May. Scheduling conflicts have been an absolute disaster. But hopefully it's looking like we're going to be able to do that in the end of May, and we'll get that posted up as soon as we get it filmed and edited. We're going to post that. You guys have got to meet this guy. He is an absolute legend. Matter of fact, in my book, Tiger Woods has got nothing on this guy because what this guy can do, yeah, it's going to blow your mind. Some other great videos coming up. Released some good stuff today about some golf ball secrets y'all should probably need to know. That's important stuff. Found a great set of TaylorMade burner 2.0s at T&D Golf today. Guys, if you're anywhere in that retail space and you find a set of TaylorMade burner 2.0s for under $300 and they're in good shape, pick them up. They're some of the greatest clubs on planet Earth. If Mrs. Golf Noob over there wouldn't see the credit card statement, I would have picked them up for myself. Okay, because at $299 in good condition, that's an absolute steal. They're rocket launchers. They hit it high, they hit it easy, they hit it far. Plenty of forgiveness, or forgiveness, as TaylorMade likes to say. Great clubs, and man, let me tell you, wow. So, also, what else is coming to the channel? Didn't get any live footage this week. We golfed with some strangers who were down here from the DC area on a golf trip. Didn't want to get them filmed in. They were having a bit of a rough round for a variety of reasons. So we elected not to do any filming this week. So I'm sorry we didn't have any live on-course filming this week. Hopefully we can remedy that for you guys next week. Land far, well, it's not far, but at $150 to $250 for a green fee, I can only afford it every other week, and that's during the week. Prices without cart. Man, Lamphari, that is absolutely brutal. It crushes my soul to hear that. That's no golfer should have to experience anything like that. Those prices are being relegated to playing golf just every other week. I'm a once-a-week player myself, and if I could only play golf every other week, that's basically twice a month, I would lose my ever-loving mind. So here at Golf Noob, our heart goes out to you. Make sure you stick around the channel. We're still pretty small right now, so maybe we can get you some cool swag. At some point, you'll win a contest eventually, I'm sure. And then the shipping will bankrupt me since you're across the pond. But you let me worry about that, okay? Because I'm not paying $150 to $250 for my green fees every other week. So not to worry. We got you, Lamphari. So make sure you stick around, bud. Trying to think. Oh, I got a couple of exciting videos coming up, some reviews. I have a Bushnell Ion Edge watch that I was able to get on a pretty good discount thanks to some in-store credit I had. It's supposed to arrive in the next 2 or 3 days, so hopefully if the shipping holds up there into the bargain, we'll have a review, a fairly in-depth review, as a matter of fact, of that Bushnell Ion Edge watch. I noticed when I started doing some research on the watch, there were a lot of reviews out there. None of them were very in-depth. None of them answered any of the questions that I had about the product. So I think my review might be pretty good of that watch. We don't do a whole lot of reviews around here, and the reviews we do don't go into great detail. You're not going to see TrackMan or launch monitor numbers. It's just general impressions of, hey, A or B, does this work? Does it not work? Is it worth the money? Is it not worth the money? That's what you're really going to see a lot of on the channel here. Lamphari, well, as a driving range rat, I'm always looking to try as many clubs as I can. Very nice. Yeah, I'm the polar opposite of that. So I've been to the driving range exactly 3 times, I think, in the last 8 years. And twice, that was this year, going to take my lessons with Wendy Doolin over at Fun Golf Club over at the Eagles. That was worth every penny of it. Somehow she found a way to bring music and beer and make the range fun. Other than that, I hate the range. It terrifies me. All I seem to do at the range is get worse and get more frustrated. So it's a place I tend to avoid unless I'm in good hands with a qualified instructor. But yeah, that is the cool thing about being a range rat. You get a chance to try lots of golf clubs. So that's definitely a win because everybody has different golf clubs that are going to fit them, fairly well, fit them not at all. And then there's going to be a couple clubs in that range that just, this is the club, the shaft. the club for you. And of course, you don't really get to experience that if you're not out there trying out clubs at the driving range or at a golf store or some other retail space where you can kind of get experience to that. So that's pretty cool. Another cool thing about being a range rat, you can always walk up to the guy next to you and be like, hey, mate, you mind if I try your driver? You want to hit mine? I'll hit yours, you know, just kind of see what it feels like. Hey, what kind of irons are those? Do you mind if I hit a few? You know, most golfers are really cool with that. It's a friendly worldwide community for the most part. So that's a great way to test out clubs and kind of see what's out there floating around in the market space. So that's good that if you're a range rat, you're taking advantage of that. Very nice. All right, guys. Well, unless we get a big crowd in the next 8 minutes or so, I'm going to go ahead and call this a night. Thank you guys for those 4 of you who did tune in. I think we would have had a much bigger audience if I would have picked a better night. Friday night at 7 was not my optimal, not my first choice. Unfortunately, with my day job's work schedule, that's what I had to settle for. So hopefully if we're going to do this again in the future, hopefully on maybe something like a Wednesday or a Thursday night, I think we might have a little better turnout. So I think that'd be really good. I mean, 7:30 on a Friday night, Eastern Standard Time. The NHL playoffs are going on right now here in the United States. Major League Baseball just got started. They got Sunday Night Baseball on this evening. Then on top of that, it's a date night for a lot of folks. A lot of folks are hitting the pub or the bar, you know, after a long week at work, you know, or taking the missus out to see dinner and a movie. So really didn't pick the best time for this. I'll try and do a little better at that next time. Oh man, Lamfari coming in here dropping bombs on me. I swear this guy is so good. What do you think about wedge technology and gimmicks? Do you feel a difference in, and what do you look for in a wedge? That is an outstanding question, Lamfari. So I have seen a lot of wedge gimmicks lately. There's a couple of boutique startup companies who are like, hey, come try our wedges. You know, our wedges are the greatest or whatever. Well, I've had a chance to test a lot of those wedges, and I have been less than impressed with most of them. I wouldn't say they're terrible for the money. They're a fairly good bargain if you're just starting out. But what do I look for in a wedge? I look for laser milling or CNC milled faces. That's the first thing I look for. So all loft in the world is good. Okay, when you need to stop the ball on a dime, when you're looking at a wedge, you're looking to hit that flop shot or that low running spinning check shot, you need a wedge that's going to check. So a lofted club does that. A 56-degree wedge is going to help you accomplish that. But if you get a 56-degree wedge that has a milled face like this, then you're talking about extra launch, extra spin, and more distance control and more precision. Time after time, you're going to hit the same number time and time and time again because of the spin numbers and spin control you're going to get from this laser milled or this CNC milled face. Okay, so that's a big thing I'm looking for in a wedges. Mrs. Golf Noob, can you assist me, please? There should be a 56-degree tailor-made wedge under the bed on that side. It does not have a milled face, and I think you'll be able to see the difference. I'm going to see if Mrs. Golf Noob can find that. So yeah, there are a lot of gimmicks out there. Another thing that I've noticed lately is the powerhouse names that aren't gimmicks are changing. So Roger Cleveland, the guy from Cleveland Golf, who made all the amazing Cleveland wedges back in the day, is now working for Callaway. So Cleveland's wedges have kind of come down a little, and Callaway wedges have kind of gone up a little bit in my book. Then you got Bob Vokey over at Titleist, worth his weight in gold. The Tommy Armour 845 wedges are an absolute steal. They're a bargain. That's what I've been playing in my bag. Matter of fact, I now have a complete matching set, 52, 56, and 60.
What did you say it was?
It's a 56-degree tailor-made sand wedge.
Okay.
Yeah. Should be pretty shiny and silver. Should be under that side of the bed somewhere there. Bingo. Yep, that looks like it. Okay, so we're going to show you the difference right now in a milled face and a non-milled face. This is a tailor-made Z-spin wedge, which is one of the greatest wedges I found that doesn't have the milled face. But look at the difference here. Okay, both have grooves. You see the little bitty tiny lines on this one? On my Tommy Armour 845? That's where that laser milling comes in. And guys, that laser milling adds a lot of spin. that you're not going to get from just simple grooves on this 56-degree wedge. So these are both 56-degree wedges, okay? But this one here with these laser etched grooves is going to give me even more backspin and a slightly higher launch angle so I can stop the ball quicker. Thank you, Mrs. Golf Noob, for the assist. Appreciate that. So yeah, there are a lot of gimmicks out there too. You have the, oh God, what is it called? The square strike. You have the square strike wedge. You have the alien wedges. You have the C3 or C2 wedge, whatever, as seen on TV stuff. Haven't really had a chance to hit a lot of that stuff, but you know, while they might get you out of the bunker, they're not very versatile because you can't really use them anywhere but from the bunker. I'm looking for something that I can use, you know, from a bunker, from the grass, in tight around the green. Say I short-sighted myself, which I tend to do a lot. You know, I really want something like this with some CNC milled or some laser milled face, a good amount of loft, and something in a brand I trust. And these Tommy Armors are just as nice as a lot of the other expensive wedges, but these are $79.99, guys. $80 brand new at Golf Galaxy or Dick's Sporting Goods, as opposed to you're looking at $120 to $180 for a brand new Callaway TaylorMade ping wedge with the same technology. So big money saving tip there, and you still have the quality and precision of an absolutely stellar wedge in your bag. Like I said, I now have the matching set 52, 56, and 60 in my bag. So yeah, there are definitely some gimmicks out there. You don't want to fall for those. Try to stick to your more well-known brands. Just make sure it has a laser milled or CNC milled face, and then try to buy, you know, the cheapest ones you can find. If you can get a hold of some Tommy Armour 845s, it's the best bargain out there. Some of the older Cleveland or TaylorMade models might be in the 100 to 120 range. That's not a bad way to go. If you got a little money to spend, you know, you're making it rain, I would suggest the Vokeys from Bob Vokey and Titleist. Those are probably my favorite wedges on the market, honestly, besides the 845s. Do I game traditional or strong lofts? That's another great question, man. That's awesome. So I game traditional as traditional can get. I do not play jack lofts. I played today and I was hitting like a 5-iron, where my buddies were hitting like 7 and 8 irons. But the reason for that is their 7 or 8 irons have jack lofts. Mine do not. Okay, I'm gaming the classic Ping I2s that are as old as I am. These are circa 1982, folks. This 7-iron probably has about 38 degrees of loft on it. 36 to 38 degrees of loft, okay? But for me, being a bad golfer, struggling to get the ball in the air, I wanted something with more loft. When you suck at golf, loft is your friend. So I bought older clubs in the hopes that the added loft in each club would help me get the ball in the air easier, control my distances easier. Plus, with higher lofts comes more spin. And I tend to run the ball off the green a lot, and it's blown up my scorecard for years. Since switching to the Ping I2s, I don't remember the last time I've hit a ball through the green, unless I hit it in the teeth. If you hit it low in the face, right here, that's what they call hitting it in the teeth. If you hit it on these bottom 2 or 3 grooves, and you hit it really thin, then sometimes it might run through the green. But anything less than that, if I hit remotely decent shot around the greens, inside of 150 yards, I don't have to worry about running off the back of the green, because I know it's going to stick and it's going to stay, because I have more loft, which is going to get the ball in the air quicker and put more backspin on the ball. So yeah, big fan of traditional lofts here myself, but it's different for every golfer. I get that the stronger jack lofts are helping a lot of older players, a lot of senior players, a lot of players with injuries, and a lot of players like myself just hit it further, okay? And if that's what you're into, that's great. As long as you can control the spin and distance, that's really what matters most. A lot of guys also have this ego, you know, in golf. They're like, oh, what'd you hit there? Oh, I hit a 7-iron, or I hit a 9-iron. Ha, you hit a 5-iron. I don't really give a what, okay? As long as I hit the ball in the air in the general direction I'm intending, you know, I'm happy. And 9 times out of 10 with these Ping I2s, that's what happens. I'm going to hit the ball in the air, and I'm on the green, when a lot of my buddies with $1,400, you know, other clubs that have jack lofts, hit their 9-iron, but they hit their 9-iron onto the green and it rolled off the back because it didn't have enough backspin to stop the ball on the green. So, man, Lamfardi, that's a great question. Absolutely stellar. Man, look at you. Yeah, that's a good one. But, again, it comes down to the player and personal preference. But, yeah, for me, I was in the golf club arms race for a lot of years. And then I decided, wait, if loft is my friend, maybe I'll go to some older clubs that have more traditional lofts. And it was the best decision I ever made in my 25 years of playing this game. And the PI2s are probably going to be buried with me. I say that now. I get a few years older. I just turned 40 back in December. I'm pretty athletic, but I have some injuries due to my on-the-job, day job activities. I've had some injuries over the years, so it's kind of tough there. But right now, I'm willing to give up a little distance for that, knowing that every time I hit an iron shot into a green, I don't have to worry about it. As long as I hit the green, the ball will stay on the green. And that's what this golfer right here is looking for. Great question. All right, guys, so more big news. We're now officially at 201 subscribers. When we reach 250, we're going to have that next giveaway. Going to be something kind of in the small to medium range. Haven't decided exactly what we're going to give away yet, but we are going to have that giveaway at 250. And once we get to 500, guys, I'm telling you, the faster we get to 500, the more thrilled you guys are going to be. Because when we get to 500 subscribers, boy, do I have a special treat on order for you guys. All right, Golf Noobs, you're going to love it. It's absolute heaven. Okay, the giveaway we're going to have at 500 subscribers, we still won't be monetized. I'll still be losing money on this channel. But when we have that giveaway, it's going to be absolutely epic. Okay, so make sure you guys stick around for that. All right, guys. Well, I'm sorry this is kind of a bust. Only had a few participants tonight. Like I said, I picked the worst possible timing of the week. My work schedule next month is going to be a little bit better, so hopefully I can start doing these Ask Golf Noob things on a regular basis, and maybe we can try for our Wednesday or Thursday evening. I think that'll help a lot of folks. But in the meantime, thank you to those who did join us. Guys, go out there, play well, have fun. Remember, golf is just a game. Whether you shoot 659 or 119, the number of your golf score does not define you, okay? It's just a game. Yeah, playing bad sucks. We all get it, but try to keep it in perspective, have fun, and play well. All right, Golf News, till next time. Later.